Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis updated commodities, work our way through the dollar yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it. And if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. That is where I dive deeper into all of these topics and subjects looking for potential investment opportunities, sharing those opportunities with everyone in the community, and you guys can pick and choose what you guys like out of what I watch. We do have a coupon code that is active right now. Special is the coupon code. It's 50% off the first month only on a monthly membership, and a larger discount on the yearly membership for anyone who either directly signs up to the yearly, or you can switch from a monthly to a yearly if you'd like to do that. Let's dive in, take a look. Start with the DXY. DXY is slightly higher today, up 0.14%. We did see stronger yields across the board, the 2, the 10, and the 30. We still have that relationship of dollar strength. Generally, when interest rates go up, we see dollar DXY relative strength. And conversely, when we see weaker yields, we see weaker dollar. Now, if we back out of this, and we take a little bit bigger picture view, this still looks weak for the dollar. We've got big selling pressure move here this week, pretty big down week, and we're just barely bouncing higher. Some people call this a inverted flag pattern or whatever pattern it creates, but the momentum's down. It still has a good likelihood of continuing lower with the dollar. If yields were to shift in its positioning here. Now let's go look at yields and see if that is, if that aligns with what I just said. The 2 years up 2.2%. Now this is one heck of a difficult chart here. We've got good strong support here, which means people are selling bonds because interest rates go up when bonds are sold. We have lots of wicks there, good strong support. And then we've got a little bit of resistance right there. We bust through that, then we could continue higher. It's a possibility. We did enter this consolidation here from the top side down. So right now, it could still be bearish, but showing up today, we could have higher interest rates coming if this continues with its momentum. It's really a tough call. We've got the 10-year looking pretty strong today, up 2%. Means people don't want bonds. We've got support right through here from the top of this guy. Is this a flag pattern that we've got going on here where we've got a flag and then a bigger flag and a potential breakout? It's possible. So we're up against support right where we're at. We're coming back up. We could break out of all this. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. And then we've got the 30-year yield that's already breaking to the upside of this potential pattern that we've got coming from this side up. So that's a bullish breakout where interest rates could go higher on the 30-year, and we're obviously on top of a much larger structure here. Your consolidation already occurred. Your breakout already occurred. Your retest, and then your move higher. So if the 30-year is breaking higher, well, that means the 10-year could also have gone through a consolidation, a breakout, and a potential move higher. Okay, now things are starting to make sense. The 2-year, I don't know what the 2-year is going to do. This looks a lot more bearish than the longer end of the curve. Could we have the 2-year fall and the 10 and 30 go up? Maybe. That would normalize the curve. It's possible. Looking at TYX TNX, we were down today, so no tailwinds for gold as this curve inverted, and we're really low. So we could stay inverted for a long time, guys. I'm not in the camp that this has to go higher immediately. I'm in the camp that we very well could reinvert the curve for years. And the driver of it would be a strong real estate market maintaining some strength. Now, some people are going to say home sales. Home sales is not what I care about. I don't care about volume of sale. It's volume of new loans against new homes and inflation coming into the system from fiscal spending. It's both of those things. TLT, which is bond prices are down 1% with yields moving up. This does not look bullish the past three sessions here. They're pretty big down candlesticks. If we're going up, generally what you see are small selling pressure candlesticks. You see a stair step higher is what you generally see in these markets. And right here, we've got a lot of selling pressure here, which means people are not buying bonds. 2 and the 10, basically flat today. Now, someone brought this up. This could be a potential falling wedge where we break on upward and the curve reinverts. Very possible. Good catch, by the way. I think it was Naveen on Discord that showed this. I was like, that does look pretty dang good. And that very well could be a possibility. Now, what does that mean? Inflation and higher oil. That's what that means if this breaks to the upside. Inflation and higher oil is what's going to translate that into an inflationary problem. Gold's down $8 an ounce. We are seeing a little bit of, and this is what I'm seeing here. I'm just going to throw something up here. I'm seeing a little bit of a squeeze, just a little bit through here. And I don't know if that's going to matter, but we could consolidate for a little bit too. I mean, that's not off the table. I don't buy things up here. I buy things when they are down here and they're about to break. So I would be accumulating, on this side through there. And then when it runs, I pull back. I'm like, I'm good. I do think silver looks pretty good. We are continuing on up. We are down 0.02% today, but there's small red candlesticks here. I hate how this pulls up here. Where can I move this thing? Small red candlesticks here. So that looks pretty good. We're back to support coming across here. So we'll see if we get support and we can turn this thing around. Platinum is down 1.21%. We're still within this pattern squeezing up. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people tell me, it hasn't gone anywhere for many, many years, 14, 15 years, whatever it is. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm in it. We've had massive inflation. There's a supply deficit in platinum for the past 3 years. It's eating through inventories. Just a matter of time before this thing rips. And then palladium down slightly, but it still looks well composed. There's not a ton of selling pressure through here. Big up move, small selling pressure. It's tight. We are still compressing down. So if you look, here's a move, here's another one, right? Come on up. Here's another one roughly to that same area, compressed down in a falling wedge. A little bit high, not as high, not as not as low or same low. So we're still compressing. The range of this is compressing and compressing. So buyers and sellers are equaling each other out, and eventually we get a dead period where we just trade sideways. And then we will break in one of these directions, probably up, would be my guess. GDX down slightly. We've got GDXJ down slightly, a little bit more of a bearish pattern there. And SILJ is up a little bit. Now, this is still in the launching pad. GDXJ is above the launching pad, so that looks good. And GDX has already moved a good bit off the launching pad. So that they all look good. We just need gold and silver to go up, not go slightly down today. XAU to gold ratio, we're still at ridiculously low prices. It was up 0.5% for this ratio, and we've got a long runway. Crude oil up 1.35% today, moving higher with yields. Ken Besant and Trump talk yields down. I don't know, guys. I don't know. In the short term here, this is a pretty difficult read. Some people say that this is a bearish formation, and that we are going to go down to $50 a barrel down here. That is a possibility. I'm not saying it's completely out of the realm there. These big selling pressure moves are not this. That's in a pullback. It's in a bearish consolidation. Your pullback that you're looking at is this one here. So if you were to compare it, I would compare it to the one that is located here. Then you could maybe start this here. Oops. Move it on up. And that is your consolidation. So I'm not in the camp that this has to go lower. We could easily go higher here and much, much, much higher off this. Now, I think the way that you want to evaluate this is if you are wrong in either direction, what's the outcome? If I purchased equities, and you need to look at other things just than oil. Copper's breaking to the upside. There's positioning in oil companies right now. They're breaking down trends. They're moving up. I think oil's going this way. Other people will tell you they'll look at one chart, crude oil, and they'll say, "Oh, this looks bearish." Like, okay, way to look so deep. But I could be wrong. Now, here's the thing. What do? If I'm wrong and I'm a long-term investor, I hedge myself with time. I wait it out. So if this goes down, I buy more shares down here, I wait it out, and then it comes back up because that's where I think we are going in the longer term. It's a bull market for oil. And you're going to have that mindset. If you're trying to trade the short term and you think it's going to come down here and it doesn't, and you don't take any positions and you go up here and all of your companies are now up 20 to 50% off the bottom. Maybe some will be, 20, 50% if we get up there, at least. There was a company I just entered not long ago. I'm up 50%, 60% in 1 week. 1 week. So what is the outcome? If I'm wrong and we go down before going higher, I can buy more cheaper shares. Perfect. And I have to ride through some volatility. I see some negative amounts on some stuff that I recently purchased in the beginning of March 3rd or 4th that weekend, or that week, I should say. If it goes on up, I'm locked and loaded, ready to go. If you don't take a position and this goes on up, you just missed a great buying opportunity that you could have had. And you also have to pair this with a bunch of other things, guys. Pair it with the gold to oil ratio. Where are we at? Oh, we're the second cheapest time in history. Compare it to the commercial inventory levels. We're $20, $25 underpriced. Compare it to all of those things. Stack it on top of each other. What's the likelihood that crude oil is going to go down if copper goes up? Copper already broke out. Throw copper on top of this chart. There's copper. Now, copper's it doesn't move as much as oil does. That's why you can see from bottom to top, oil's a bigger move. But it's got the same 3-hump consolidation. It's got the move higher, and copper has already broken to the upside. So what makes you think that this is going to go down as copper is floating higher? You got to start looking at everything, guys. You got to look at it, a complete analysis of what everything around it is doing, in my opinion. Now, could I be wrong? Yeah, I could be wrong. This could go lower and copper could go up. But is that the way that I would play it? Would I bet on this going down? I'm betting on this going up. Big time. And if I'm wrong, I just have to wait. TTF gas down 0.7%. We're still underneath resistance here. We don't have a ton of selling pressure. That's something that we do not see at this exact area. Natural gas in America is still above support. It's still holding on. We've got our boy XOP. Yeah, you know me. Positioning in it. This is a bull flag. Higher. So my question then is, you need to look at everything that's out there. If people are positioning and buying XOP in the ETF and the companies, what makes you think that we're going to dip really big in oil? Why are people positioning in the ETF then? And why does this look bullish? OIH up 1.88% and breaking back above support resistance. Now, could this turn and go down? It very well could. And it could be a bearish formation. We've got strong selling pressure on this. And, there's ways that you can look at this in either direction that this could come out to be bearish. Maybe, it's coming up like this and we break lower. Maybe we break to the upside. We'll have to wait and see. We've got Newcastle Coal Futures looking like it's trying to put in a bottom here. I like the big wick at the bottom. I think this looks very bullish. Why? Big green candlestick, small selling pressure. Up, up, up. Or sideways. Sometimes they grind out. Maybe we do something like this a couple of times. But it's trying. We're at support and it's trying. We're not blowing through support. We'd have big selling pressure here if we did. We don't have that. At least not yet. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust trading sideways. This looks good for a move higher. Very bullish. We got the squeeze up here. The small red candlesticks, the big greens are coming up. The green army showing up. And that is a bullish flag formation to the upside. So here's another question for all you guys. Is there a bull market where uranium goes up and oil goes down? Where in history? These generally move together. Again, as you look at everything, you want to learn as much as you can about the intricacies and how things move together and what moves opposite. We're in a bull market. You need to be looking at everything from a bullish perspective. Some people will say, well, we're going to get a recession. Are you sure? How do you know that? What is the positioning? This is not recessionary. I hate to say it. This is really bullish. UX1, we are up or down 1.15%. We're trying to put in a bottom here. We'll see if we can pull it off. URA up 1.5%. We've broken the downtrend here. It's a steep downtrend line. And there's a possibility that we do another double bottom. It's totally possible. But we'll see what happens. We've got Uranium up 0.7% or so. That's a bullish formation, higher. We've got URNJ up 0.8%, and that's a bullish formation. It's just a little, pennant formation, something like that. Easily could go higher. I don't see any negative, reversal candlestick or anything like that. Copper down 0.45%. Again, this is really small selling pressure. That's a bullish formation. And we've broken out of copper to the upside. That looks quite obvious here looking at this. So my question then is, if copper's breaking to the upside, and that's Dr. Copper, uranium's moving higher, why would oil go down? Just a question. COPX up 1.8%. It's above support. That looks good for a potential move on up. It's right at a little bit of resistance through there, but it'll break. Iron ore. So we've got a big move lower. We've got some big green candlesticks here, smaller pullback. Looks like we could go higher in the short term. We do have some downside pressure being applied here. And we haven't really accelerated out of this thing. But bigger, longer term, this is your dead period. I think we're about to move much, much higher. The question I then have to ask everyone, somebody shared a video, Chris Vermillion. He said he was bearish on oil. So my question then is, we've got iron ore here. This is not a bearish setup. So tell me, in these recessions, how copper breaking higher and iron ore with a bullish setup. These all stack together, guys. Uranium's moving up too. Aluminum is trying to break out here. You can see all the wicks of all this strong support, and we're trying to break higher. We've got the lows coming up into it. So again, this is not a bearish setup. Now, could something happen quick where we dive? It could. Definitely could. Nickel down a little bit, but we're trying to work our way up. It's looking okay. Double booty bottom there. Well, it's a double booty. It's one booty, and then the on the right cheek we've got another double bottom. Mu down slightly, down 0.42%. Now, generally, when you look at these things, if we do go into recession, you're going to see big red candlesticks. They very well could show up. They haven't showed up yet. And generally, you don't have a falling wedge right before it. This is a bullish formation, in my opinion. Emerging markets up 0.5% or so. That's with the stronger dollar. KRE up 2%. It's working its way on up. Some of these look kind of weird. We have these bearish patterns here, and they were up quite a bit today. KRE is one of them. We could be doing a retest underneath this if it is a bearish formation. We've got TAN down a little bit. This looks pretty crappy. TAN always looks crappy though. I look at this and I look at the companies in there. None of them are making any money. So solar's the next big thing. But if the companies don't make money, I don't know how it's going to be the next big thing. We've got lithium. This looks pretty good. It's sitting on top of support, on top of trend lines and stuff like that. So that looks good for a move on up. The Green Army showing up here too. We've got RMX doing something very similar to lit, breaking through, kind of doing like a double bottom here. So that looks pretty good. And we got small selling pressure on the right-hand side here. Definitely moving on up. Baltic Dry Index up against resistance. We're up 0.5%. XHB home builders break into the upside. Break into the upside here, guys. I thought we were going to get a recession. What's going on here? Why are we breaking this downtrend? Up, 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 up. We've got Russell 2000 up 2.5%. That's starting to move on up. We've got SPX up 1.76. We'll see if we get stuck at this resistance or if we can cut through it, hot knife through butter style. Or NASDAQ up 2.27. This one's fallen a little bit more momentum there, but we'll see what kind of headway we can get. There's still a lot of overhead resistance, so I'm not bullish on these guys. I'm bullish in the commodity camp. SMCI down 1%. Again, this looks kind of bearish to me. It's an inverted flag pattern, and you got to take in mind, you know, this is it's not exactly a cheap. What's it at? 18. It's not horrible, but I'm still bearish on it. Nvidia up 3%. It's holding on. Lots of distribution candlesticks up there. Bitcoin up 3.8%, moving on up underneath resistance. And then Ethereum up 4.3%. We're getting some movement here. Keep in mind, they are printing money, guys. They are printing money. I don't think Trump and Doge has cut back on printing money. I would take another look at it. And MicroStrategy breaking to the upside here. Looking pretty strong, in fact. Looking strong. And then the VIX is coming down 9%. They've got it contained. The plunge protection team is all engaged, and they're driving it down. So that's what we've got for today, guys. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website. Special is that coupon code. And that's all I've got for today. So we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.